now I'm going to share it with you. All right, first you need to make some rice. This is sushi rice. So I've got short grain rice that goes into my multi-cooker, and then a little bit of water, and we're going to cook that and come back to it in 25-30 minutes. It's really quite quick. Next we're going to make the marinade that goes on the yellowfin tuna. All right, so into my bowl I'm going to put about 3 teaspoons of mirin, which has a real sweetness to it. 2 tablespoons of soy, or tamari. Tamari is just the gluten-free version. Then I've got a little sesame oil, about a teaspoon of that. This is the roasted sesame oil. I've got some chili paste. This is a garlic chili paste. About a teaspoon of this too. I just sort of eyeball everything, then I taste it and I see what I think it needs. Next I've got some ginger on my little grater here. Go ahead and grate yourself about a teaspoon. If you love ginger, put more. I need some lemon, about a teaspoon of lemon. And some scallions. Whisk it up. It's a very, very simple sauce to make, but I tell you what, when you get it right, it is like that magic sauce that you will just use again and again and again. Okay, have a little taste. And what you're tasting for is the balance. Have you got enough sweetness? Have you got enough saltiness? Is it enough sort of richness from that toasted sesame seed? Well, that's really good. It's like spot on. I'm going to put just a drop more lemon, but it's really, really close. Uncle Gil, talk about keep it simple, but keep it delicious. Okay, that is it. Now the next thing we do is we cut up some tuna. Now of course, you want great quality tuna. No, you're probably not going to find it as fresh as what I did with the Lee brothers when we went diving. It was this big, beautiful yellowfin tuna. I was so sweaty and exhausted, but I couldn't care less because it just tasted so good. All right, so make sure you got a sharp knife. Now a little trick, I learnt this while I was there. Just go ahead and wet it before you cut through that raw fish. You just go through with that same sharp knife and just dice that fish. Just like that. And I'm just going to dump all of this beautiful tuna straight into my bowl. So I'm feeling the pressure to try and bring this poke bowl to life as good as Uncle Gil would have had me do it. Now, it needs to sit on the marinade for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. You can do that in the fridge. It's really good. And it's only going to get better once that marinade has a minute to sort of get into the tuna. Now, while we were sitting around eating poke on the Big Island, Brandon, Justin's brother, said, "It's not that mainland poke is bad, it's just not as good as ours." And here's why. There is one secret to the really traditional Hawaiian poke, and it's called a koui nut. The koui nut that I've just roasted back here grows only on the Big Island. I was lucky enough to acquire some, and they have been roasted, because if you don't roast them, they're actually poisonous, believe it or not, but they are wonderful on poke. So I'm going to shave that over right at the very last minute. Koui nut, even if it tasted bad, it's so fun to say. Cuckoo! Get yourself a bowl. This is to mix your rice in. So we've started by cooking the sushi rice. Short grain rice with a little bit of water. That's all that went in. But next, what we do is we take a little bit of sugar and a little bit of rice vinegar, right? So that sugar gets dissolved by that rice vinegar. Just a tablespoon or 2 of both. Even less of the rice vinegar. Stir it together. And then you're going to dissolve the sugar. Now, of course, what you're really doing is seasoning your rice with acid and sweetness. Very simple and easy. Let's get that rice. It's been in for about 30 minutes. Oh, perfect. Get that out. Close the lid. So, hot steamy rice goes into a glass bowl. You want to just kind of fluff that rice. And then you take that little sugary vinegar that you just made and just season it. A few spoons over the top. And then you give it another stir. Not only does this give you a little sharpness and a little sweetness, but it also gives you a beautiful gloss on every single grain of rice in the bowl. Have a little taste to make sure you got the balance right. Yes, wonderful. We are ready. This is a very simple dish, but don't underestimate it. I tell you what, it is absolutely delicious. Grab yourself a bowl. You build the rice right into the bottom. Not too much rice. You serve it warm, but not hot. So by the time you get that rice in, it will cool down just a little. Then we take our tuna, beautiful yellowtail, and just go right into the center. Then you can do whatever garnishes you like. I've prepared a few. I've just thinly grated some carrots, sort of cut them into a julienne. I have some of these amazing watermelon radishes, some cilantro. And of course the beauty of the poke bowl is it's very customizable. You can do it kind of however you want it. Bit of marinating. Take the avocado and just thinly slice it. Then get a little cucumber. I'm going to slice it in half lengthways. It's already looking incredible. Now to finish it off, I've got some furikake that I'm just going to sprinkle over the top. It's just some nori, a little roasted seaweed. My goodness, my stomach is growling. It looks so good. And then a bit more toasted sesame seed. But don't forget the all-important koui nut. You just want to shave just a little straight over the top. And that makes all the difference. I never would have thought poke could be comfort food. But after going and meeting the Lees and meeting Uncle Gil and being a part of the Ohana, even if just for a couple of days, this to me is the perfect comfort food. And if you don't mind, I'm about to get real comfortable. All the balance of texture, the crunch, it's like a symphony. It's all meant to be there for some reason or another. And then the richness of the tuna, and I never would have thought I'd describe it as rich, but it really is something so, so special. The warmth of the rice and the incredible flavor of that tuna. Speechless. And thanks for watching. Now I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you want more because I've got plenty to give you. All you have to do is subscribe.